Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Dynamite or Might. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Taz here. And today on Dynamite or Might, we're going to have a good show. Today on Dynamite or Might, Mike Lane says, "Yes, you're right about that, Mike Lane," Tony Schiavone says. "We are going to have a good show, here today on Dynamite or Might. We just don't know what we're going to be doing." I can tell you one thing right now, Mike and Tony, or Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone, I tell you right now, I think we're going to have a good match. A good show. At least that's what I believe Taz says. At least that's what I believe Taz says that we're going to have here today on, on Dynamite or Might. Taz says. At least that's my belief of it. Taz says. And I wonder what kind of match or fight we're going to have here today. Taz says that's what I, believe. Well, great. Here comes Donald Trump now, here to bitch some more, Mike Lane says, about how there's no way he could be guilty of sins and misdeeds against the gathering, against the right, against the share, against an ear. I'm here to tell you right now that even though oath takers have seeked me guilty and a high Deverus has casted doom on me, it will not stop me from standing for the four-sittership. So all you folks who think that that's going to handicap me, think again. And two, I still have not gotten over that whole thing that happened when Braun Strowman thought I was a skilled wrestler, thought I was a skilled fighter, when I am neither. And I know someone's going to say, "Oh well, Donald, didn't you take down Vince McMahon once, or with a closed row at Wrestle Madness, and get stunned by Steve Austin in that same Wrestle Madness that year?" Yeah, well, it didn't mean I was a wrestler or anything. So, thank God we don't know where he went off to. Because I'll tell you what, if we did, he'll be in a bind.
I have no choice but to tell you, you are fired.
First off, Donald Trump, you haven't fired anyone in years. Two, Ashley Williams, because I haven't been around lately. Because someone put me somewhere and then forgot where they put me at. And then, to their unknown wisdom, didn't dig me out, until now. So the way I look at it is that I want to fight. Well, sorry, Ashley Williams, you're not going to be fighting me at all. You see, you like to make everyone think you're some kind of, tough man or something. But I'm here to tell you, you're not. Well, does that mean that you think you're greater than me, Donald Trump? Because somehow, some way, you made more folks hate you when you were the four-sitter of the 4-1 Reichs, starting from 2007 between while and ending in 2021 while? That somehow, some way, you somehow seem to think that laws and oversights that you don't have to follow them. Well, that's wrong, and you know it. You see, it's always got to be folks like you, Donald, or Vincent, who think that they can get away with anything, do any sin, any misdeed. And they can get away with it because, oh, they're well known, they're wealthy, they're onlooked, this and that. Well, I wouldn't say onlooked anymore. Whatever onlooked they may have had for Vincent and you, well, it's kind of gone now. And your friend, he's like, you know, catching up to you. And the sins and the misdeeds, though. Only, I don't think anyone will choose you to be the force setter again for the next 4 years. Because they're worried about the stunts you might pull. Well, at least they don't gotta worry about me dying anytime soon. You think that Joseph Biden, poor folks are worried about him dying. Well, that could happen. Everyone dies, Donald. We all do. But you know what? You're not really any younger yourself. You're like, what, in your 70s or so? Soon you're going to be in your 80s too. And I dare you to do something to me. You can't do anything to me. I'm not frightened of you at all. Ashley Williams just hit him with the Williams stunner, Mike Lane says. He just took care. He just stunnered the main owner, the main stockholder and main owner of the Trump business, and the former force setter, the 4-1 Reichs, and the former the former main overseer of Raw. Don't forget, he was also the on-show half owner of WWE for about 2 weeks too, Tony Schiavone says. And Ashley Williams just got him. Ding, ding. Oh, now the ringer went off now, Taz said. So how unfair. Donald Trump is no wrestler. He's no fighter. Yes, he may have closed road Vince McMahon at Wrestle Madness. He may have been stunnered at Wrestle Madness 1 year, Taz said. But it didn't make him no wrestler, no fighter. And all that happened in 2007, YL. You know. Taz says, so unfair. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Ashley Williams. You know, Ashley Williams can't even get out of the ring now. Or like falls out of the ring. But unless Donald Trump is going to threaten some kind of law work against the toy wrestling gathering, I really think we've seen the last of him, Mike Lane says. Well, Tony Schiavone says, I know that a lot of folks out there are not big followers of the men. They never really liked them to begin with, Tony Schiavone says, and he gives folks more and more grounds to why one should not like them. You know. And we don't know what will happen if he does get chosen to be the force setter of the 4-1 Reichs again for the next 4 years. What stunts will he play? You know. Your guess is good as mine, and a lot of folks are worried about that, Tony Schiavone says. Oh yeah, they're worried, Mike today said. Most of the friends of the 4-1 Reichs are worried. Most of the foes of the 4-1 Reichs hope that Donald Trump gets chosen again, because he might make new oversights and he might pull the 4-1 Reichs and then pull them out of helping the lands that our foes want to go to war against. But then again, keep in mind, Taz said, even if he becomes a force setter and does things, the lands that still don't like the 4-1 Reichs will go on hating the 4-1 Reichs. It's always been that way. It always will. So I do not really believe that it's going to make a big unlikeness when it has to dealing with them, Taz says. But anyway, I hope we've seen the last of them either way. Alright, everybody, take it away, Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with, sadly, Donald J. Trump. Gorilla Monsoon, I always thought you were a great play-by-play caller. And I don't know why, from 9 between 82 YL to 9 between 93 YL, why Vince McMahon had to put Jim Ross in your stead. And then Stan Lane in his stead. Well, we're not talking about what happened to me in true life, Donald Trump. We're talking about what happened here in the Toy Wrestling Gathering. About you thinking that you are going to undo the 4-1 ranks law setup. You thinking that you're going to come in the Toy Wrestling Gathering and somehow you're going to believe that you're going to work to put your lawmaking beliefs, your lawmaking beliefs, whatever beliefs those need be. Well, at least I have a doll made out of me, Gorilla Monsoon. Joseph Biden never had a doll made out of him. I don't know if Joseph Biden has a doll or not. We never see one being sold. But anyway, we're not talking about Joseph Biden. We're talking about you. You came in here talking about how you got talking about how the oath taker seeked you guilty of sins against the gathering, against the Reich. About how you say that will not stop you from standing for the four-settership, and about how you are above the law. Well, that's not true. Gorilla Monsoon, when you're like me, you are above the law. Vince McMahon's above the law. No, sadly, Vincent McMahon is not above the law, and neither are you. And you know what? Sooner or later, you're both going to have to yield for your misdeeds. But you see, you got beat by Ashley Williams. And I am no wrestler. I am no fighter. Ashley Williams, I will law work him. And all these things you say about me and stuff, it's all fake news. Well, Donald Trump still, believing that if it's not good news, then it's fake news. Back to you, Mike Lane and Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Donald Trump here today on Dynamite or Mike. And that's all the time we got here for shit. That's all the time we got here for Dynamite or Mike. I, Mike Lane, Tony Schiavone, and Taz. We hope you like Dynamite or Mike, and we'll see you tomorrow for Impact or Hit.